I was sitting at the bar with this vampire hot Trey came over. Said he wanna get to know me. I said, boy, so why you
I am
befuddled.
No, that ain't the right word.
Is that it?
Because I think that means more like confused.
I'm that too.
Engorged with rage. There you go.
Hey, y'all.
I sound like I'm playing, but I am not playing. Welcome back to another week. We're here. We had a long weekend, but it was very rewarding.
It was and worth it.
I had a great time. Shout out to everybody that we saw at Birmingham's Met Gala Forge Fashion.
So much fun.
Yes.
We had such a good time on the red carpet. Shout out to Pat for being our cameraman.
Yes.
And my sister for taking all the boomerangs and the pictures on our story and everything.
Mark this day as she was Black Bougie about his first ever intern. We got interns now, y'all. Unpaid, of course. Unpaid, of course.
So, yeah, thank you guys for everybody that talked to us and stopped by the red carpet and like posted us.
Yes.
And, all the kind words and for just being nice and making it easy. Because, you know, stuff like that, just talking to folks is not easy.
And we did have a couple people who was like,
Which that's fine, you know. I ain't never mad at that.
Yeah.
But for the people who talk to us, you know, thank you.
Yeah, and thank you also to Gianni for just thinking of us for this specific opportunity. Yes. It was a really wonderful event. Make sure y'all check out to see the recap of everything. Go to his Instagram, A Boy from the Fields, and also the Sunday series, I think, Instagram page, or our page. We have some recaps on there as well. But yeah,
and we're gonna have another like full video recap coming soon. So watch out for that.
Yes.
And always as well as new episodes.
Yep.
So let's just jump right on in.
Yeah.
Let's start off a little light and talk about the Met Gala since that just happened Monday. Yeah. Today's Wednesday for us. What did you think about all the looks and everything? Because I know the theme was Gilded Age. So I think some
Gilded
of them,
Glamour or something like that.
I think some of them took it to like Gilded Age, like way back in the day. Like,
but that's what I wanted.
That's what I really wanted.
Give me Bridgerton.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Give me, you know, the New York Rockefellers. You know, I want to see of it all. The zhuzh, you know.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, and I don't know if it's because of the pandemic.
I think so.
Or what, but like even last year, to me, they missed the mark with the theme. Like, to me, like I said, I'm looking for the poofy dresses. I'm looking for the corsets. I'm looking for the poom of the pop of it all. I was listening to a podcast, and even when they looked up like the definition, it was called a white tie event, not even black tie, but white tie, which is supposed to be a step up from black tie, which is like very exclusive, where the men are supposed to wear gloves and their ties are supposed to be a white bow tie. They're supposed to wear like the penguin suits or like, you know, the little jackets with the short in the front with the long lapel in the back or whatever. Like, it's supposed to be really like exclusive upper echelon. And this year was not giving me upper echelon. No. It was giving me like I had this gown in the closet, or this designer reached out to me to wear their shit, and
that's what I wore. Yeah,
and it was no like thought into actually creating the art of it all. Because I mean, isn't that what this is supposed to be? You're supposed to be wearing art, right? I didn't see no art for real.
Now I'm not gonna lie. I feel like ever since the pandemic, everything has just kind of been like just not the same. Because it used to be like, you know, of course, like the girls weren't there. Like Rihanna didn't go. I didn't see Zendaya. Tracy Ellis Ross wasn't there. Just a lot of like the fan favorites that always really like go above and beyond. I didn't see them there, but yeah, I wasn't really like impressed this year. I liked the theme if they had really did the theme. Yeah, I think it was easy to go for like gilded glamour, Hollywood glamour, because we see that all the time. Like, I'm kind of bored of that.
Yeah, Kim.
And so, I don't know. I would have loved to have seen like big dresses, corsets, like pearl necklaces layered on.
Yes. Somebody come out there with the little thing with the cigarette.
Or even like the binoculars, like at the opera, or like pastel makeup,
or even when the powder wig. That's too far back. I don't know if that's time. I think that was 1800s or 1860s.
Or even just like the makeup with the small lips, high necks, lots of buttons.
No eyebrows, which I think Kendall Jenner did, but the rest of the outfit was
like florals, gloves up past the elbow, like updos.
It just
stuff. I didn't get.
There were a few people who did, hit it. Of course, Janelle Monáe, she always comes.
She looks beautiful.
She slays, and she gives us. She ain't gonna shave them armpits though. I'm sorry. She came out as what is it, non-binary. So they don't like shaving them armpits. Let me tell you something about that, okay? Which I understand, whatever. But they looked wonderful. They looked very, very, very good with the finger waves and the head cap and everything.
Well, I guess that was her interpretation of the gilded. Because I was about to say she looked beautiful, but that still wasn't like
true. But it could have been like that New York gilded, where where they had the little.
I think that's what a lot of them were going for, like the 20s, kind of like 30s or whatever. A lot of the model girls who aren't like that popular gave me what I needed. Blake Lively.
Now I do wish she would have gave us something with the hair, but the dress.
Yeah. But she's pretty regular with the hair and makeup. But the dress, beautiful.
But the dress,
beautiful,
was really nice.
Beautiful.
It was really nice.
I'm trying to hold on. I'm going through my thing, trying to see who else I like.
Yaya. I think this is his name, Yaya. Who was in Candyman. He also was in. What's the other movie he was in? Dang, what else was that man in? With his fine self, he looked really good. Because he's fine. He's just fine.
Let me see. It's all the model girls. They got it.
People say they like Normani's outfit, but I personally did not. Miss Mama's, if she would have covered up her stomach, I think I would have been with it. But the fact that she had her stomach out, to me, like, and the same thing for Lala's outfit. It's like you were there, and then you lost your direction. You try to be sexy. Like, sometimes the sexiness can just exude from you. You ain't gotta show your whole damn leg, and the titties, and it's just like you could have just had, if you was gonna show this right here, then have the legs covered up.
Right. Of course, I like what Lady Gaga had on.
I did not see what Lady Gaga had on. I missed it. Why is nobody talking about that? I loved it. Why I ain't seeing that? Why y'all ain't talking about that? All y'all keep talking about is that damn girl in that Marilyn Monroe dress, and I'm so over it.
Yeah, because I really don't. Y'all know how we feel about Kim over here. Y'all, I didn't like Normani's outfit.
It's not. It's like hoochie. And y'all. And I don't want to take this the wrong way, but again, this is the Met Gala. This is now that was the BET or the MTV. We take that.
Show me y'all want everybody to wear what they want to wear, and that's what they did.
But it don't look good.
Because every time somebody say something about sometimes the time and place, they be like, I can wear what I want to wear. I don't think that was the time and place.
Okay, but even Lizzo had enough sense to not have her ass out on the Met Gala carpet.
True.
And not saying that she
had her
ass wonderful.
She was on theme. I liked her, and I liked that she had the flute and everything. Like, it went with the moment, and I loved the long, the coat she had on.
She looks great.
Beautiful, yeah. And I love that
it was a corset. I think the coat was an ode to Andre Leon Talley.
See, I like that
because they had like a memorial service for him. I think the day before.
Yes. In which Naomi wore all white, beautiful.
But Kimora looked good too.
Yeah, but it was basic. What I'm saying is Naomi Campbell.
She did, yeah. You're right.
Come on now.
You're right. But yeah, it just Normani. No. Now
Normani never really be sharp to me.
She's pretty. I hate to say like she's just pretty. Like she's kind of like Lori Harvey. It's like she's pretty.
Lori Harvey be sharp though.
But she doesn't like even Lori Harvey shit wasn't on theme. It was pretty. She pretty.
I guess hers was
Like she looked pretty. You know them women who like it don't matter what they wear, they look good. They gonna be pretty. You're pretty.
But what I'm saying is, she like on a daily basis. If Lori Harvey posts, she gonna be sharp.
Somebody be cute.
She be cute.
She be cute. I think. I don't
think
Meg,
she be sharp.
I like Meg. I like people that like Meg.
Meg was what Meg usually wear.
I want them to start wearing. I loved Cardi in that Versace. I'm sorry.
I thought it was pretty.
I thought it looked good.
I thought it was pretty. It wasn't my favorite, but it looked good on her, and I liked it on her. Meg need to start trying some different makeup looks out because I'm tired of
give you a cut crease.
I'm tired of the cut crease and the cat eye
crease.
And like, I want her to try some different eyeshadows or like something. Because I feel like she'd be real like in her comfort zone. She didn't look bad. She's beautiful. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I thought the dress was pretty on her. I'm just tired of seeing her in the same thing, like split cleavage.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I want something different. Like, give us something different sometimes. That's
I also
how
liked
I feel
what
about
Chloe
that.
wore. A lot of people didn't like what Chloe wore. I
Didn't get it.
I liked it. I liked it, Chloe. I thought it was cute.
Her makeup looked good.
I'm trying to think of.
Trying to see when it comes to Kim in the Marilyn Monroe dress. I just hate that they always try to like liken her to Marilyn Monroe. I feel like stop trying to make that a thing.
But Marilyn Monroe actually had talent.
She did,
and that's no like. Well, I guess it is disrespect. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because Marilyn Monroe was an actress. That's how she even got in these rooms.
She's a singer, you know.
She was somebody. That's why they wanted her there. And she didn't. I mean, well, I don't know how she got there. She might have just slept around. I don't know. But she wasn't famous off no sex tape. She wasn't.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix?
I did watch the movie though. That came out.
I thought it was interesting that she chose to wear the dress now that the documentary is on Netflix and it's doing well. And the documentary really talks about like Marilyn's death and all that stuff. So it's doing really well now on Netflix. I think it's like number 4 or something on the most watched.
Oh, that shit is weird.
But I thought it was interesting that she chose to wear that now. Is that like to get some buzz or like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's because
I just be looking at stuff like it's all connected.
Really identifies herself maybe as the modern day Marilyn Monroe, and she feels like
I don't know why
she faces the same type of scrutiny and the same type of judgment that Marilyn Monroe did because she was a woman, bustier, curvier woman who to
a certain extent, and to a certain extent, I could see that because of like the sex symbol, and people didn't really think that Marilyn was that smart, as we all think Kim is dense, you know what I'm saying? So to that aspect, sure, I get it, but I feel like sometimes they be trying too hard to make her like, I don't know, like more than what she is. And that might sound mean in and of itself because obviously like she's an icon, but in her own right.
Yeah.
I don't think that we need to keep like likening her to Marilyn Monroe and then to go so far as to have her wearing the dress that she wore.
That's a damn artifact.
Yeah, like I just think that's like weird.
And even I saw a TikTok where she went to like Ripley's and they gave her a piece of Marilyn's hair, which is for one, how the fuck did you get a piece of her hair? Like where did y'all cut that shit off?
Somebody in the shade room comment said, now who was cutting on Icy's hair?
Look, like y'all was in the casket,
and then she was playing and she was like, I'm about to do some really crazy voodoo shit with this. Yeah, but you probably are.
I believe Kris Jenner definitely got the hoodoo, the voodoo, and all that over there in that shit. Everything.
Yeah.
That's why them niggas go over there and they do not come out right.
They probably harnessing their energy or
soul, just like J-Lo. They suck the souls out of these men to stay young.
Probably. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of them. I'm gonna be honest.
They all looked a hot mess as a family.
They did.
They showed
Kylie looked a fool.
What the
Chloe underwhelming. Courtney, I usually like. I don't know what's going on with her fashion.
She didn't lost her damn mind.
She usually be the sharp one, but now she look raggedy, just like him.
Just go be married and happy. That's what I want.
Yeah, just go sit down.
She don't like being on TV. No way, being out. Just go.
I ain't even like what Kendall had on, and usually she look cute. Just everybody go back home. Everybody.
It was not. And Venus. Did you see what Venus had on?
Williams?
Yes.
It must not been back then. I ain't seen nobody.
Let me show you what Venus had on. Excusez-moi. Let me go. Because I was like, Venus, what in the living hell?
Let me see. So she just wanted to come.
She wore a damn business suit, a meeting suit to the damn Met Gala.
You know, honestly, I was expecting something to be ugly. I'm glad she did that instead of just coming looking a damn fool. She said she just wanted to come hang out with her homegirls and them for the night and see what they was talking about. Then she gonna probably go somewhere else at bed. And I'm not even mad at you, Venus, because I'm not even mad at you. No, I'm not. What I am mad at though, let's talk about that. Roe versus Wade apparently. Well, it's not overturned, but over the weekend, a draft of like a proposed law, maybe something that they could vote on, was leaked. And that's also the first time in history that something like that has been leaked. Because that's kind of like normal practice for them to draft up opinion pieces on what they think about certain stuff, and then it'll maybe come out later or go before the courts later. But the judge, the Supreme Court judge that actually wrote it, and it is an opinion piece, so it's not anything that's like happening. It's just his opinion on it. His name is Samuel Alito, and he proposed to overturn the case. So, of course, we know Roe versus Wade made abortions legal in the U.S. And that ruling happened in 1973. What do you think?
So this is not anything new. I feel like we've been talking about this.
We talk about this
2020.
Literally, I feel like abortion comes up once a year.
They go through this period of time every year where the Supreme Court or these judges or whoever decides, we want to revisit the topic of banning abortion. And then we talk about it. We get up in arms about it. You know, the people make the post about it. And for me, it's just like, are we going to make a change or are we just going to overturn it? Because I feel like we keep having the conversation, but nothing's really changing on the outside. Maybe they are on the inside. Because I do know, like in a few places, abortion isn't banned, but it's like
they have restrictions.
Yeah, they have restrictions for how you can and why you can and stuff like that.
In different states.
Because
it's all like when they have those, it's like a state legislated thing, but they can't legally make it illegal.
Exactly.
Because it's already like federally a law. And then since Roe versus Wade, it's been 403 abortion restrictions in place in different states.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Exactly.
How many ways can you restrict one thing?
It's a lot. And that's what I was just I was thinking, because where do I start? Because I have many thoughts. One, the main people who are trying to take away abortion rights are the main people who, when shit happens, when they want to, spew their bullshit, Republicans or whoever want to spew their bullshit, they be like, well, we have freedom of speech. We have free will. We have the right to do what we want. But then they be the main people trying to take away other people's free will and choice to do what the fuck they want. And I mean, I've seen this post all day, every day on men's timelines. And they're like, men can't tell women what to do with their bodies. But no, really though. Like, I'll never understand how a majority male group of individuals can sit down and even discuss anything that has to do with women's reproductive rights as if they're even a quarter knowledgeable on it.
I just hate that this always comes up every year, because honestly, I feel like there are bigger fights that we need to be talking about. Like, it should just be a thing, and then we should just be minding our business. Exactly. That's just kind of how I feel. I feel like a woman has the right to choose. I'm always pro-choice, and I always have been. I always will be. Right now, because I did some Googles before we came on here. Okay, researcher. But a little something. But there are about 25 million unsafe abortions in the U.S. every year.
I believe it.
So I just feel like, them prohibiting it isn't going to stop it. It's just going to enable people to do it, or not enable them to do it, but they're going to do it in a way that's unsafe. And, nowadays, a lot of people don't even have health care. I just don't understand why not allow people to do it safely if it's their choice to do it, instead of like condemning and damning people for something you don't believe in.
I was gonna say I don't even understand. Like some things make sense. Like I was watching something earlier today, and they were talking about critical race theory, and they brought in a group of parents who were against teaching critical race theory in schools, and they were all different backgrounds. There was a black lady, an Asian lady, a white guy, and a white woman. So it's like, all different backgrounds, and they all had the same opinion. And some of their points, kind of made sense. They were like, why are we teaching, young kids that, oh, you're black, so you're gonna have a harder life than this white kid. I can understand how that might be, like, depending on the age of the child, could be too much. Not saying that I agree, but it kind of makes sense. But the thing about Roe versus them wanting to overturn Roe versus Wade, it literally makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Like there's no like, I can kind of understand why it's like, oh, I want to shield my kid from this to a certain point. Okay, but there, like, what are you gaining from banning abort? Like, what is there to gain? More kids when y'all already say we overpopulate? I'm not understanding, because in one hand you say we're overpopulated, we're overhoused, we're over whatever, it's too many people, but then on the other hand it's like, oh, you want to take away people's abortion? It's just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, there's nothing to gain from being abortionist and having control over people.
Also, when the damn baby get here, it's not like they're giving people proper health care. Most moms, pregnant moms, if you don't have good insurance or whatever, access to good health care, your pregnancy might not even be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So you want her to be pregnant, but you don't want to help her have a healthy pregnancy, so even bring the baby to term. When the baby gets here, Black women and women of color die more than anybody else giving birth to babies, or have all these other incidences where doctors don't listen to them, they're not protected, or they have all these other problems going on. Okay, let's keep going. Like, you don't even give mothers adequate amount of time to be off work after they have their kids. Let's keep going. Kids don't even have good school systems. Let's keep going. Like, what's going on with vaccinations and shots and making sure things are okay? Like, when the baby actually gets here, you're not even doing your part, but you fighting so hard for people to have their baby. Not even to mention the foster care system is trash. Child wealth care
for religious reasons, and then it's like
trash.
That don't even make sense, because if I'm not Christian, why the hell like that? And this is not me, because I identify, as a Christian. I believe in our Lord Jesus Savior. He died on the cross for my sins and he rose on the third day. But what I'm saying is,
he got up.
If I'm Muslim, or if I'm Jewish, or if I'm atheist, or if I'm whatever, the reasons why you're saying I shouldn't get an abortion don't apply to me.
Right. Yeah.
So again, what is there to gain? Like, what was that quote by Gabriel Union? Like, will it pay your bills for me not to get an abortion?
Did you get the job? Did your check get any bigger? Did you get the guy?
Phrase and be a little slick myself. And I was trashing somebody. Just ripping them to shreds, head to toe. And AJ pulls me aside and she said, okay, now how did your life change? Did you get the guy? Did you get the job? Is your house any bigger? Did money just magically, get put in your pocket? What positive happened in your life after you just
Like, there's literally nothing to gain except old ass white men sitting around talking about something. We got them again.
But also, those same men, you know how a lot of things used to come out about people in legislation, how they abuse like young interns, and how they would have a list of women who were like who were basically giving it up and could work their way up. Like, these are the kind of men who pay to get their mistresses abortions.
And when they ban, they still gonna pay to get them abortions.
Yeah.
That's what I saw a post about that. They were like, Roe versus Wade literally only affects like lower bottom tier class people, because if you're upper middle class and you can afford health insurance or afford to go to like a private doctor or whatever, you can probably still get an abortion, like, and be fine. But it's just like, you already damn near years ago was taking away funding from Planned Parenthood. There ain't that many clinics in the neighborhoods anyway. So it's just like, you setting so many people up to fail before they even get started on a life that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah. On this topic, I think men and specifically the government should just mind their business.
Very much so.
Also, I think it's a slippery slope. Because Whoopi Goldberg said this on The View. I think it was her, or if it wasn't Sunny. But what's stopping them from going back and overturning all types of other cases?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hell, Brown versus Board of Education. Gay marriage.
Best believe if they overturn Roe versus Wade, that's gonna be the next motherfucking thing on the docket.
It's just gonna keep snowballing. So I just feel like I don't know. I don't know why that's becoming a thing. Also, too, just to like say this, but if what he wrote, what he proposed in the draft actually came to be, abortion still wouldn't be illegal. It would just not be protected federally. So like whatever state you live in, then they could decide whether they want to ban it or whether they want to make it illegal.
White ass would ban it so motherfucking fast. She'd be like, no abortion.
The next day. So they not
like she wouldn't even let the motherfucking ink dry up in DC before she got on TV. That was me burping. If y'all don't reference the video,
they are. We're getting a slight increase.
Abortion's illegal, y'all,
and that's why it's important for you to vote. You know, it's more important really for you to vote in your local government elections, because that's the kind of stuff that's gonna affect you now.
Yeah,
like right now,
where you're at, where your health care is at, all of that.
Because those people vote for the judges. You know, like they. Child, I think too, it should always be a separation of church and state. That's literally the reason why the Pilgrims came to America.
Exactly.
They wanted to get away from the Catholic Church. So I think it's so crazy that now we always have these debates about like God and religion and, you know, what's morally right and what's morally wrong, when that's the whole reason why they got their ugly ass on the boat and came over here, because they were tired of the Catholic Church ruling their life. Exactly. And they came over here and killed and maimed the Indians so they could do whatever they wanted to do. So how is it coming up again? Like, I don't really get it. Separation of church and state is probably one of the most American things we can have here. It's literally why we're here. So I don't get that.
Because it's beneficial to them, and that's the only thing they can use to justify their fucking demonic and fucking
very much demonic,
crazy ass tactics that they use to do fucked up things to people. That's really the only thing that I can come up with, because they did the same thing with slavery. It was like, we're doing this because the Bible told us to do this to you.
Jesus told you to do that?
We're banning abortion because the Bible told us to ban abortion. That's not what it says. That is not what it says in the New Testament.
Jesus told you to do that?
Not my Jesus.
Not my Jesus.
Not my Jesus. I'm just being honest with y'all. Y'all be picking and choosing, and we said that on the show before. Y'all be picking and choosing the little verses y'all want to use to apply to your case. But if you gonna use the Bible as a reference, use that whole thing. Use the new, the old, the in between,
the red
Genesis,
pages,
all the way to Revelations. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I feel like most conservatives, you know, they're pro-gun, they're pro-death penalty, they're pro-police, you know, they're pro getting rid of critical race theory. How is it that all the things that involve death, you pro, but this one? Make it make sense.
Because it's women.
Make it make sense.
I think Lonnie Love, tweeted out something, and she was like, if men could get pregnant, abortion would be offered at the gas stations, the drive-through, everywhere that we went.
Yeah. So I wonder what this is going to mean for the male birth control that just came out.
Them niggas ain't gonna use it no way. They created it and they're not gonna use it. Yeah. I want people to accept that men like making babies and not taking care of them. Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Some of them get the thrill out of having kids and maybe not taking care of them. Maybe I can't relate. I don't know that lifestyle. But what I'm saying is people they are who they are. That's why you as the woman or whoever need to really sit down and take a good, hard, long think on who you decide to procreate and bring children into this world with.
Yeah, and also too, I think people have to kill the notion that women that go to have an abortion are like skipping into the abortion clinic picnic and like, yeah, gotta get this done because I gotta go to the club tonight. Like,
it's already
having
traumatic.
an abortion is not an easy decision. Like, for some it is, you know what I'm saying? If you just know that you know that you know that you don't want to have that baby, it might be an easy decision, but that don't mean that you don't think about it or you might not feel bad or, you know, some people don't.
And maybe it was an easy decision to go in that motherfucker, but walking out after you did it is maybe a totally different thing.
You know, because I mean, I feel like nowadays everybody knows somebody that's had an abortion, but I don't think I know
anybody.
It's just not my decision to make for somebody else. You know what I mean? Only you know what you feel capable of doing. And I was just talking about this with my friend Oksana here before we got on the air. And it's like, even like, what is a fit parent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even if you're married or, you know, quote unquote stable, that don't always mean that you're going to be a great parent. You know what I'm saying?
You could be a great partner and a horrible parent. Or vice versa, be a great parent and a horrible partner.
Like, if they're going to try to like put restrictions on who can get pregnant and why, they need to start doing mental evaluations and like making sure people are equipped to actually be a parent. Or this could go so many different ways. You know what I'm saying?
What bothers me also is that in all the conversations about this that they're having, you know, up in, I guess, DC and these, you know, the Supreme Courts and the justices and all these people, they always bring up the point about, okay, what about rapists? Like, what if I get pregnant from being raped? And they'll say rape is a terrible thing, but that is not what we're talking about. And it's like, but it is what you're talking about, because if you take away my right to get an abortion under whatever circumstances,
right?
And there's no clause stating that if I come to you and I say I'm a rape victim and I don't want to have this person's child, then I have to have this person's child unwillingly. And now then you don't know what the fuck. You already be fucked up in the head, regularly pregnant. Having a kid that you don't want to fucking have gonna really fuck you up even more in the head.
That's traumatic.
And then, believe it or not, whether y'all want to even really like pay attention to the scientificals of it all, that shit gonna transfer to that fetus.
I was about to say that.
That shit gonna transfer to that damn fetus, and you got all this hate in your head and in your heart, and you might not even your body will react to that and send that to that baby, and then you wonder why your baby might come out crazy as a motherfucker. Well,
that's the womb that it was cooking in. Yeah,
just
I mean, just like the couple. There's a white couple that I saw on Instagram. It was some random reel, but they starved their baby to death. Like, that's the kind of stuff we're gonna start seeing if you don't give people their choice. Like, just let them have their choice, or you're gonna start seeing girls throwing their damn self down steps and all kinds of stuff,
drinking bleed.
I don't want to see that.
Getting beat up. All types. It's gonna be babies at the firehouses.
Yeah,
it's gonna be, or babies just left out on benches in the cold.
And these foster homes are not safe. Not all of
them.
Not all of them.
To me, it's a better decision to just let somebody. And it's gonna sound kind of bad, but kill the child. Which I hate when people like it's a living, breathing baby. First of all, for the first month and a half or something, like, it ain't even got no damn nothing. It ain't got nothing.
I'm not sure. We should have Googled that to see like when is, because everybody says like at the time of conception.
It's not. It don't even have no heartbeat. That's why when you go to the doctor, you're at least 3 months, I think, before they can check the heart. It ain't shit. It ain't nothing there to look at.
Yeah.
It's a little droplet. So y'all get mad and be like, you're killing a living, breathing fetus, when the hell half the time it don't even be that yet. It be a little.
But they be mad about that. But when like black men get, you know, a knee on their neck, you know, they be lenient when they're killers.
Children are pure.
Are they?
No,
black children don't have the luxury.
Of psychotic children.
Black children don't have the luxury of being pure. Our children is a young man.
Indeed.
When they see Tamir Rice or they
say Aztec exonerated 5,
Martin,
were they kids?
Aztec exonerated 5 were they kids when they did that. So no, they don't value children. If they value children, we'd have better schools. Child, I'm so tired of white people. I don't know what the hell to do. That's probably why they don't. Me and our son were talking about this too. You know, white people becoming extinct. Can we give it a silent hand clap? And so,
I ain't gonna clap for that.
I'm just kidding. Playing.
No, I'm not. Only reason because that means that there's a lot of mixing and mingling. Like that means there's a lot of mixing and mingling.
That's why they do stuff
and
like
y'all
that.
know how I feel about that. I'm not gonna get too deep on it because people be thinking I'm racist. But if white people are going extinct, that means that there's a lot of mixing and mingling going on. And I
Well,
don't know
it's
how I feel
already
about
that going on, so it is what that is. But I feel like that's why they're doing that, because they're dying more at the rate that they're giving birth, basically. So one of the articles that I read before I got on here said that like abortion rates is like 70% black women.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 50 something for Hispanic women and other,
Mm-hmm.
and then 42% white women.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if there are white women aborting babies and
Mm-hmm.
then not carrying their pregnancies to term because of like whatever,
Mm-hmm.
not abortion, or dying because of having their baby, and then there already aren't a lot of good births happening.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're becoming extinct. I think they may be scrambling to like get their numbers up.
Man, maybe here.
I think here,
I was
but
gonna say,
in all, anyway, it's less of them on Earth anyway. So
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. I have no feelings.
I feel like that's maybe like
I'm not happy, nor am I like sad. I'm numb.
I just be noticing, because it's like people who cause the most hell.
Mm-hmm.
You see how your life not blessed.
I mean, but that's karma. I do believe in
Mm-hmm.
karma. I do believe. I mean, and not even karma, but the Bible says, and the Lord said, "Vengeance is mine."
Well,
and that's in the good word, in y'all, and everybody. Now you can look that up.
Y'all want to quote.
So I do believe, and this is not me being on again, I'm not racist or anything, but I do believe that, in my personal opinion, that ancestors and family members of people who severely like did certain races and groups of folks wrong suffered the consequences of their actions.
Well, not only that, but just like the energy that's been like let out into the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like energy never dies. So that's why people say like when you're dead, you're watching over them or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like you've put so much hell into the atmosphere that ain't going nowhere. You get all that back. The Lord may have you come back as a roach.
And racism is taught. So like, if you're a person who hates folks, you like somebody taught you. That's why I say I believe that like people suffer for the consequences or suffer from the actions of their ancestors, because if your great granddaddy was a racist, more than likely he taught your granddaddy to be a racist. If your granddaddy was taught to be a racist, more than likely he taught your daddy to be a racist. And if your daddy was a racist, more than likely your daddy taught you to be a racist.
But nowadays that's not always true, because we have the internet. So like,
but that literally is our generation.
Yeah,
the generation, like that's what I'm saying. We not far removed from like people in my mom's generation who were like born in 1963. A lot of them will say they progressive, but when push come to shove and the door is behind closed doors and it's time to vote on something or it's time to talk about something, they be the same. They be wanting segregation. They want separate. They'll be like, oh, they can have what they want, but I don't want to mix and mingle.
I mean, no, it's not been that long ago. I mean, the woman who got Emmett Till killed is still alive. So like, it hasn't been that long ago. But moving on. I don't know what to say about white people.
It's a lot. It's a lot with that one.
I don't know.
It's a lot with that one. I hope that the people who don't agree with them turning over Roe versus Wade, do their part in Congress and the Supreme Court, just all that, to like, prove the point and to hold steady on keeping shit in order, because it's gonna be a mess if they start really like making it illegal or making it harder than it already is to get abortion.
I wonder what is so different that this was leaked. I wonder how that happened, who did it, and everything like that.
I don't believe in leaks. First of all, I don't believe in that. I believe people be put. I mean, I guess it's a leak if it's something you wrote and somebody else put it out. But I believe that these people be knowing what they want to do.
Because I feel like it's either good or bad. They know it's gonna get people who are like pro-choice up in arms and upset and like, wanting to do things, protest, blah blah blah. But also for conservatives, it's gonna make them like double down on what they think or
and
how
then the
they
government
feel.
is so full of shit, putting barricades outside of the Capitol and all that time, or sending out messages across the states talking about y'all need to prepare for the people, liberals and folks, to act crazy. We ain't like the motherfuckers from January 6th. We have actual sense. Yeah. We ain't like the redneck raccoon wearing hat motherfuckers. We don't do that, because guess what? We already know if we come and step to your shit, we get shot the fuck up.
Right.
We get like
the people who
if we come stepping like they
preserve
step,
life,
now if we protest, we're gonna literally do an organized protest, advertise for it. You're gonna know about the time, the place. We're gonna walk through the streets, have our signs and all that. But we ain't coming to no Capitol breaking down
doors.
On
Facebook using code words and booking plane tickets because everybody knows that they're going down there to do the protest, and your dentist and doctor and everybody else know whatever date it was.
Y'all be acting so dramatic.
Yeah, that is. Crazy heathens.
When y'all should have been preparing for them snow monkeys to come up here.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about sis in the gym. I don't know if y'all saw it, but there's a post that's been, I guess, going viral today. Mm-hmm. I just saw it today too.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
Yeah.
Where this girl, she was working out in the gym, and this guy, I guess he noticed that she could, when you're working out, people like can see you, and so I guess he thought maybe she needed a cushion or a pad or something, and so he just brought the thing over to her, and she refused it, and then she refused his help. And so it's kind of sparked this debate online.
And then she went online because that's the part that bothered me. It wasn't the fact that
who recorded it.
She did. She was recording her workout. That's the other part.
Okay,
so the part that bothered me was not like that and me and Jessica have different opinions on this. But the part that bothered me was that she, after the encounter, went on, I think, Twitter or Facebook, whatever, and was like, I just had this very weird encounter with this guy at the gym, and he walked over to me and tried to give me a mat to work out, and it was just very strange. Like, I appreciate the help, but it was weird. And to me, that was like kind of,
I think it was kind of bitchy for her to like actually post it online.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's some fucked up. Like, I could see if he came over and he was like, "Hey, sexy big booty girl, like let me put that mat under that fat ass, like let me."
Yeah.
But if he was genuinely like, "Hey, excuse me, you was over here. You probably need to put a mat under here so you could be a little more comfortable." I just feel like putting him online with the video and calling him weird and all that kind of like And I told Jessica, and maybe this is me being super like about stuff, but it's just like it perpetuates this notion that like all men are predators, or like a man can't come up to you, and specifically because there were two black individuals, like this guy just can't come up to you and be nice. Like, it's just like, just be a nice gesture. Like, yeah, maybe you didn't like it and you told him no.
Yeah.
But putting him online and like having this whole
I think she didn't have to respond to him the way she did. Like the way she told him no, I think was a little like, okay, because she could have just been like, no, I'm good, thank you, I got it. But I think that was wrong, and I think posting the video was wrong. Now, on his end, I feel like maybe he could have said something to her before he actually, because what he did was he didn't say anything to her. He just got the mat and brought it and sat it down next to her and then started explaining. So I feel like, we don't know if she had like some little headphones in, like she got her AirPods in or whatever. Like you just see somebody like come over to you, and she might have thought he was finna lay down and use the mat like right next to her. So somebody kind of like invade your personal space, and then he like, oh yeah, you need to like do this with the mat. I think it was more of just the way he did it, not what he did, just the way he did it. Because like, sometimes in the gym, men looking crazy, nowadays what's in style, it's like for women to be in workout shorts, leggings, sports bras, all that kind of stuff. It's nothing wrong with that, but especially as black women, we ain't built like collagen in them before the surgeries. Okay, it's a whole lot of jiggling going on. Okay, so if you that kind of girl and you used to men like hitting on you at the gym, she could have been like, now what is it? I'm over here by myself trying to get content in.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I just think it was the way he did it, not what he did, just the way. But we do have to like learn how to be a little bit more like ladylike in the way we handle people sometimes, and like you said, handle people with a little bit more grace. Because I feel like she could have just been like, no, I'm fine, like thank you.
Yeah, like why you go and post it? And that's what I feel like a lot of guys will then get on the internet and be like, girls they just so
that's why
they some bitches. That's why I don't date black girls, because they some bitches. Because and then not saying that that's justifiable, but it's just like everything ain't for the internet. Everything don't have to be a post, or like, now if it's a genuine thing, like homeboy stepped to you and he was
Yeah.
You know, then post that on the internet so the other women who come to gym might be aware that this guy comes up and
he's
harasses
creepy.
you.
Yeah.
You know, but I really genuinely, from the energy I received from the video, it was really, I think him, maybe he do think she's cute. And maybe he was like,
that was his way.
You know, trying to be nice and say, hey, you know, it's easier if you put the mat and you do this. And like you said, she could have just said, hey, no, it's fine. Like, it's just her whole aura. And then to go to post it was very bitchy to me.
Yeah.
It was very bitchy, and she was looking to me for likes and for women to come around and be like, yes, sis, these niggas don't leave us alone. And it's just like, y'all say men don't approach y'all or they don't approach you the right way. They then maybe a guy approach y'all, then you say he weird because he you know act nice and regular. It's like, you know, y'all make it kind of hard or something. If I was a guy, I'd be nervous as fuck to walk up to a girl because you don't know what the fuck about to happen.
I agree, and I hate that for men because they probably really just don't know. It's a girl that I watch. Her name's Kennedy on Instagram. She's funny.
With the curly hair. With
yes.
The okay, yeah.
She's funny as hell. In my mind, we friends because she be doing a lot of the same stuff I be doing. She busts out singing.
She is crazy. I was watching her vlog the other day.
Funny. But she lives in Atlanta now. She just moved from New York, and she said one of her homeboys told her that sometimes, because she'll go to the park or like go running or whatever, and she said one of her friends told her that it's guys that'll see you out and think you're attractive, but they won't bother you because they don't want to like be like, hey, excuse me, like, you know, or they might not say anything to you because you look like you're busy, or you know, they can't really, you know, feel your vibe from afar when they watching you. So I really hate that for men because they probably don't know how to get. And now in the Me Too movement era where like anything men do,
if a nigga like, breathe on your neck, it's like I would be terrified. And this is for the good guys, the genuine guys who like just want to meet they see a lady, they think she's attractive, they want to approach her, like, but they don't want it to seem, because to me, like I said, for that young lady and that gentleman, that seemed like a genuine, just nice interaction. It didn't seem aggressive or pushy or disrespectful. So it's just like, you know, you might have just didn't block your blessing because you like, like, and it don't even take all that. Like, it really don't.
Yeah, and I think too, sometimes people think like being hyper aggressive is cute or something. You know, like when you younger and people think it's like a thing to be ghetto. Yeah. Or like whatever. I feel like some women still do that because it's no way you had to be like, nah, go put it back. Because she literally was like, go put it back.
See, but then if he would have said, all right, bitch, you would have been mad. You would have been like, see, he even called me a bitch. Like, but you ain't gonna say about the whole extreme. That's what I'm saying. Like, and this is talking sister to sister. Like, I'm coming to you. Like, if I saw Jessica do some stuff like that, I'd be like, Jessica, that wasn't even.
You turned up on him for no reason.
That wasn't even Jessica. That wasn't even. And like you, like then you did not have to do all that. So it's just.
Yeah, I hate that for men. But he did. I don't think he had any ill intent. I guess it's just the way that he did it. Because something else I had said to her earlier was, you don't know what other people's triggers are. So like consent means something different to everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or like invading somebody's personal space could do something for one person that it don't do for the other. And of course you don't know that, but I think that's why you need to like be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I were a woman approaching another man and I was like, hey, like, maybe you should wear your gloves or something when you lifting weights, I ain't gonna go up to him and like put the gloves next to his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think there's a way to do everything. And also, just because you said it nice don't mean she have to say yes. Like, she could give you a polite no. Yeah. Not politely. Like our sis. Yeah. But like, also, because I think men feel like, oh, well, I was nice and she would. I mean,
don't nobody owe you.
They don't owe you anything. You should just be nice because you should just be nice. Yeah. But
agreed. I don't know. This whole trigger.
Was it early in the morning? What time was they working?
I don't know. And then I'm like, even if it was a trigger, she could have just said, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
She didn't have to go in.
Like, it was just like, no. Like, you can even tell in her body language, it was just like, I don't know. If I was homeboy, I'd been like, damn. Like,
yeah, she did a lot.
And then again, to go and post it, like you can see his face, you can see who he is. So it's not like you were hiding him. So now you done blasted him on the internet, like, look at this weird dude at the gym. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it was
Very
to me
weird.
very unnecessary. It was very, very, very unnecessary.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
guys, I don't know how y'all supposed to get with, but then they be talking about the internet dating. I'm like, that's really about the only way you can go, and you know,
Internet
slide
dating
somebody
is
DM.
terrible.
That's about all you can do now. Because it's like if you walk up to a girl and say the wrong thing, it's over for you, partner.
Yeah. May the odds be forever in y'all
May the
favor.
fourth be with you.
I don't know what to
Today's
tell
May
y'all.
For the Star Wars nerds out there.
I
May the
wonder,
fourth
was
be
it
with you.
early in the morning and she didn't want to be bothered? I'm trying to see like why she had an attitude.
I think she was just ready to have an attitude. Like, I just feel like
Maybe she don't get hit on a lot because we can't really see her face either.
well, she ain't gonna get hit on no more. That's for damn sure.
Natalie B Fitness, and then too, maybe she just like makes content or something all the time. Maybe she was just tired of people bothering her or something, but that still went away to do it. Because I know I'll be watching vlogs where girls they work out or like they be shopping or whatever, and they leave their phone somewhere, and then you can see them. And people always be like,
But that's, I mean, if you in a public gym,
of course, yeah,
you know.
they don't know you recording.
And they
or
don't
whatever.
care either. They ain't supposed to care. They ain't got to.
Yeah.
They pay to be there just like you. I guess if it's a paid gym.
Yeah.
Just
All
next time I think that she could be a little nicer and maybe, bruh, I don't know, holler at her from across the gym or something. Say, excuse me, ma'am,
This lady.
excuse me, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. Look, I do that all the time when I be talking to my little, I be like, I ain't even trying to be rude. I'm not even
my little
my little yeah, you
my
know.
little, yeah, I mean.
My little yeah, you know. I be like, I ain't even trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, especially when we text it. I literally
Say
get to
that,
clarify
yeah.
before I say what I'm saying because people just interpret things differently. So if you state your intentions from the jump, like I'm not trying to disrespect you, I'm not trying to be rude.
Cause see, he could have even came over with the mat and said, "Hey, I'm not trying to be rude. My name is whatever, but I saw you from over here, and it kind of seemed like I didn't know if the floor is uncomfortable for you, so I got you a mat." You know what I'm saying? I think it's just the way he did it. But you don't come sit your stuff down and then you right here and there, like as close to her as we are.
True.
And then nobody else is over there by her. True. So she in the corner for a reason. It just felt like I see what she meant, but I wouldn't have posted it and acted like that. That's all. It's more of the home training.
Yeah.
Speaking of home training, guys, would you rather be married or be a baby mama? Let's just put that out there.
When I be married. Y'all can keep the baby mama shit. But this actually came from a TikTok that I sent Jessica and our other friend Tori.
Victoria.
Alimony, half of whatever he has, if he was to get hurt or killed or whatever the case may be, you get to make decisions as his wife, as a baby mom. Do you know what you get if he is in the hospital? Let's just say he ain't even cheat. He ain't even abuse you, whatever the case may be. Let's say y'all have a stable, good relationship, but he gets hurt on a job and has to go to the hospital. Do you know who they're calling to make decisions for the man that you just been with for X amount of years that you just gave your womb to? They're going to call his mom to make decisions. Do you know when you get to visit him? During the friends hour. You can't even be there when the family is coming to visit. At the funeral.
It was this girl and she was talking about how she saw this post online that was basically saying that, to sum it up, that like being married is better than having a child with a man because it's like the setup is still better, like regardless of what the circumstances are. Because like when you're this is how she explained it in the video. It's like if you're a baby mama, like if something happens to the guy, you have no control over that. If really, honestly, you have no connection to this man besides the kid. Like, there's no paperwork. You don't have the last name. Y'all not sharing nothing. Y'all just have a child together. Y'all have a being that have both y'all DNAs. But when you're married, like, you sign a contract. Contractually, y'all are in business together. This is your husband, or your wife. Like, and it's just more benefits. Like, if they go to the hospital, you have control. Or if something happens to them, God forbid they pass away, the weird, like, it's just like being a wife to me is more respectable. I hate to say that, but like, because no disrespect to the women who've had kids with men and y'all weren't married or whatever the case may be, but it's just, to me nowadays it does seem to be more glorified. Like, it's more
I don't think people value marriage as much as they used to. I think just because like people don't really believe in love anymore because of our culture. Like everybody believes in kind of like doing their own thing, but at the same time, everybody wants to have sex and be intimate and have like a partner, but they don't necessarily want to commit.
I don't think they want a partner, because to me, partner means like we have understanding. We have
but some people even want that. Like, you know, somebody they can say like, I'm rocking with you, but they don't want to like fully commit and put it on paper. Just like how we talked about Magic Johnson last week, how he was okay being engaged, but jumping the broom, he was getting weak in the knees. Okay, so I don't know if that makes it feel like, you know.
But what's the bad
feel
part?
Trapped?
I guess I'm confused as to when being married was like not cool. Like when did it become the thing where it's just like, you know, like
I think because nowadays people kind of glorify like all kinds of sexual encounters and like, you know, women are kind of like independent and men is just like, you know, they can have anybody they want. I think we've just kind of gotten away from like traditional family values. And then also because a lot of people just don't have a traditional family and they weren't always raised with like a mom and dad, you know, like that kind of prototype upbringing, like cookie cutter. Then when they go into relationships, they understand that it don't always have to be like that. So I think that's why people don't always like run to get married, because I don't think that they care about it as much anymore.
Which is very confusing, because on the other hand, no, really, it's confusing because when you go on social media, people are constantly saying, "Oh, I wish somebody, you know, love me. I want to be in a relationship. I want to date," men and women.
Yeah.
So it's just
that's all. What's his name? Kevin Samuels.
I mean, hell, half the podcasts now are strictly based on relationship topics, relationship podcast. Hell, half the shit we talk about on here is relationship based. So when everybody's so concerned about being with somebody, it's kind of confusing
that they don't want to date to marry.
You don't want to be married.
Yeah. To the same extent, I don't feel like people should just be getting married to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would hope, I know it's not always the case, but I would hope that if you decide that we're going to get married, even if it's just for money or for that y'all solid, you know what I'm saying?
Equally yoked on some type of level.
Or like y'all here and y'all understand each other, because I don't think that's something to like play with.
And well, I guess maybe one of the reasons that people don't want to be married anymore is because like if I'm a woman, you see how many women, like you talk to your grandmama, your mama, you watch documentaries, you see TV shows, you hear all these stories from whether they black, white, Asian, Indian, and it'd be like, oh, he cheated on me. Their husband cheated on them. And if you know are young, a person
cheated
like me,
worse.
Yeah, or had a baby, or got HIV,
on them,
or like it's
the case.
Just all these different circumstances that happen when you're married, and I guess it can taint the idea of like being married, because it's like, oh, if I'm dating this person and they treated me great, but if we get married, they could literally flip and switch into another person.
People scared.
Do I really want to experience that? Do I really want to go through that and possibly, I guess.
I wonder, everything. How when you're a child, you have like the terrible twos, and that's when you kind of like show your ass. I wonder what the years are in marriage.
I think it's the first 5
when
years
people start to show their ass, because like it seems everybody's gonna change. If you're gonna be with somebody for the rest of your life, you gonna change.
Yeah,
but I wonder. I guess it's just life circumstances that they change for the bad.
Yeah. Sorry. But in the interviews that I've seen, they always say it's like the first 5 years or the first 10 years is like really the hardest, because you're literally learning to have to you have to learn
to grow together
and blend your life. Literally because before you're married, I mean, even if y'all live together, it's still kind of different lives. You still kind of have separate things. Like,
I mean, people still consider you single.
Yeah.
Even when you in a relationship, people still consider you single. Yeah.
So there's no intertwining of it all. But when you're married, you literally have to, now it's like you have to plan your life around this person's life and vice versa. You have to literally combine everything on the daily. Like, it's no longer when I get off, what do I want to go eat? No, it's what do we what we gonna eat.
I get how that can be scary though.
Yeah.
Like why people could be apprehensive, but I don't know if I would,
Especially for men.
I don't know if I would willingly bring a child into that kind of a situation unless I had like money or the person that I was having the baby with, me and them were like solid, like more so friends than even like romantic partners. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like how Kalani and her baby daddy.
Yeah, like I would rather it be like that because now I know I might not fall out with you because of like you cheating on me. If we're gonna be good like that, then you know I feel like we'll be straight.
But most people don't want to do that because it's not traditional. Most people don't want to
course,
have with somebody and not.
But
be
hell, it ain't traditional for your baby mama to have another man and your baby daddy to have another girl. So like,
marriage could be what you make it, but I do want marriage to be great again. Let's make marriage great again.
Let's make marriage great again.
Because I want to be. I personally, I've lived that life in the past life because I've lived that life and juggling on the people it's cute at the beginning because it's like, shit, you know, I can fool these niggas.
It's tiring.
But then after the first, because usually what happens is, say you have 4 niggas. 3 of them niggas you really don't like. Like you like the idea of them. Like
I'm gonna say 2. 2 of them you don't
I'll say 3. I say 3 because really it's one nigga that you know he the top nigga. If that nigga call you at 3 o'clock, you like, hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Was you sleep? My eyes was closed, but I went like,
goodbye. Yeah, I'm asleep.
I'm not super sleepy.
You want me to come over there?
But the rest of them niggas, they call you and you don't even, you look at
that nigga don't.
You back to sleep. So that's what I'm saying. Like 3 of the niggas you don't really like, but the one you know you like. But that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because you have to. When I tell you I was not good at it because my stories would be blending in. Like I'd be like, didn't you tell me that you don't like peanut butter Reese cups? And they'd be like, I ain't never said that. I actually love peanut butter Reese cup. That's my favorite candy.
You don't need to do it.
You should have when you ain't say it. And that's why you did. That's when you got like, you sure? You ain't because when we went to the thing. When
I was living that kind of life, I just couldn't be emotionally attached to. That's why I said, okay, I guess for me, at least 2 of them folks, I don't got nothing. If they just like ghosted me, I'd be like, oh shit, I ain't heard from them in about a week. Like, probably wouldn't care. But one of them, I kind of like he be gaining on me a little bit, and then one of them, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was for me.
It's 3 of them I really can't stand. Oh yeah, let me be real with y'all. We got this Black Bougie about it. So again, you got the top nigga. The top nigga, he got almost damn near. He checked almost all the boxes. He checked. He got a job. He got a car. He got an apartment. He nice to you. He treats you, call you, But usually them niggas, they probably don't want. His thing is probably he don't want to date nobody. He don't want to be in no relationship. He got everything else, but he like, man, maybe he been married before, or maybe some little girl broke his heart in 7th grade, and he just swore he ain't gonna never commit.
Ever since that day on the playground, his feelings been hurt.
Then you got your number 2 nigga. Mind you, your number 1 nigga, he can fuck. He can fuck. That's one of the top reasons why you like his ass, because he gonna fold you up like a fold chair up in that bed, pretzel style. Now your second dude, he also too is good in the bedroom, but he a little annoying. He got some problems, or he got problems. He might complain. We don't like a whiny ass nigga. He might always be like, the job get on my nerves. The baby mama get on my nerves. The grandma get on my nerves.
He like that.
Every time you talk to him, he ain't never having a good day. But when he come to you, see, he let all that aggression out on you because that's why it's good. So that's why you like him.
I hate you.
Now he's the 3rd or 4th nigga you can't stand. Matter of fact, you half-ass talk to them. You can't. You really don't like them like that. So you half-ass talk to them. But these are the niggas that's actually obsessed with you. These are the niggas who actually you probably should pay more attention to, but you don't because they don't meet majority of the boxes that you have, but they pretty cool people. He might not be as attractive as you think, or he might not make the income you're looking for at that time. Like y'all might not be on that, but he cool. Like he might be into Marvel movies like you, and he the only nigga you can go watch the Marvel movies with, and he gonna get it. He gonna get all the theories. You can sit there and talk to him.
See,
but he ain't.
In my experience, it was just like a okay, for 3 and 4, like it wasn't that I couldn't stand them or that I, whatever. It was just like they cool. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk, we have a good conversation, or like I like their apartment. You know what I'm saying? The wine's always there. Anything I need, hey, he's gonna buy me something.
Yeah.
Need some money? Yeah, that's why I'm keeping them around. For the funds and for the
you don't like him for real. You ain't saying that. You don't like that nigga for real. I hope when y'all listening to this, did y'all hear what I was saying and you match it up?
But
you don't like 3 and 4
you
for
said
real.
You can't stand them.
When I say you can't stand them, it's like you ain't talking to them every day. You ain't talking to them on the phone. You ain't FaceTiming them. Matter of fact, this nigga FaceTime you. It's the ceiling. It's what you need.
But I guess I can keep it like that because like that's how I'm not emotionally connected. I can't be emotionally connected to folks.
Like that nigga.
It's not because I didn't like them. It's just
when y'all see why y'all watching this, y'all gonna be like, she don't like that nigga. She don't. 3 and 4 are like they good dudes. They
like a backup
but
dude.
They not. You would never bring that nigga around your friends. You would never really kick it with that nigga heavy. Like you ain't gonna be at happy hour with that nigga. You gonna go to some shit on the other side of town.
Now, I would say he might not meet my mama, but we could go get drinks or something like that. I don't be hanging out with nobody who I'm not at least like attracted to.
I be attracted to, but I'm not. I ain't gonna be out in public with just everybody. We can DoorDash that shit. We can order. You could. Oh, great, perfect.
I would go out in public.
It's 3 and 4. I'm not. I'll go out in public with you, but I'm not going to like a spot where I know we're gonna get spotted. Like I'm not going.
I'll definitely go to some duck dog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna have my 3 or 4 at Casanova if I do decide to go out. I'm not gonna tell him to pull up at Casanova. I'm not gonna tell my 3 or 4 to come support us maybe at a Black and Bougie Bout It thing. I'm not gonna do that.
That's because one gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna have 3 and 4
I'm gonna talk to him
in
about
my life
afterwards though.
I might not even talk to him, not directly, maybe 3 weeks later.
No, he might ask me like, "Oh, what's going on with that?" I might tell him. No. It's just like I'm not
3 and 4. They know they 3 and 4, and they know why they 3 and 4, and they don't have an issue. With being a 3 and 4.
Well, I'm probably 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I can't relate because the 3 and 4s that I've had, no, I didn't care about them. So if I was there 3 and 4,
but you know what I mean. Like if they not talking to you every day, they talking to somebody else.
It just depends on the nigga.
Yeah,
because I attract nice niggas sometimes, and yeah.
Nice one.
Not my current one that I, but yeah.
I'm not blushing.
Look, that nigga get on my nerves, but that's my boo. He get on my last nerves. Y'all know when y'all meet nigga and you really like him, so you like him so much that he get on your nerves.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. Like I like him so much that everything he does annoys the fuck out of me because I like him so much. I don't know. I don't know if y'all know what I mean, but that's where I'm at. And if you watch this, don't take it the wrong way.
Let's go. Let's go and cut it off now.
Nah, look, I don't want to be in trouble. I'm in the doghouse right now. I'm gonna ask the people this. Is it so? If you accidentally fall asleep on your person, is it bad? Is that bad? I mean, it happens, and you do. It's not an everyday thing. It's like you accidentally. Should you be punished? We're not punished, but should you be like? Should there be repercussions? I feel like you get a pass.
I'm the one who be falling asleep on people. I feel like okay, but nobody that I've ever talked to would have been mad at that.
I feel like it should just be like it's an everyday thing. Like if I'm always falling asleep on you, then maybe that's a conversation. But I feel like if it just happened and it's like, well, I
think it's because y'all was having a particular type of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I be trying to tell people, look, during Monday through Thursday, I can't. After 8:00, my brain starts to literally shut down. Like as we talk, that's why me and Jessica, like, if you can tell by a certain time in the podcast, we start because literally our brains are starting to decline. My thoughts are starting to not make sense because I've used all my brain power all day to have conversations with folks and do things at work and all of that. So by the time I'm talking to you at 8:00, half the shit I say ain't gonna make no sense. I'm just saying.
All right, y'all.
But I digress. That's it for this week's episode. Make sure y'all follow us on all of our platforms. The names are right down here below. But if you can't read, I understand. So it's at _ triple BPC on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. Even though we ain't post, I don't know. Have we posted?
I don't know.
Probably yeah. But go follow us.
We working
if
on
y'all follow, maybe we'll post more.
Because they be getting 10 views.
Look.
That's why we slow down.
And then follow me on my personal pages at the real Abnyayana on Instagram and at _ Abnyayana _ on Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jessie JESSI _ Monique 2 E's on Twitter. Again, thank you for watching. Also, thank you for all the new followers we've gotten and like all of the recent inquiries.
The views on YouTube are now they ain't but they
slow. Can
you see that?
Get out. That's why we've been turned on.
You see that, y'all? That's the progress. So we appreciate it because all progress is progress. But I would like you to go like
they heard your rant. Maybe
I need to do another one so y'all can speed it up a little more. So share this with your grandma, your cousin, your mamas, your
even
daddy.
just watching the stories. I notice more people watch our stories and like our posts and stuff more. So I'm excited.
And we're working on trying to figure out a setup so we can start having guests because I do want to start talking to other people. Not that I get tired of talking to Jessica because we can talk all day.
I know we get asked about it a lot. So I just want to be able to accommodate folks in the right way. I want to be able to, when you guys come on our show, it's something that you can actually post on your page too, and it's not like, dang, we need to show them and the sound ain't right.
Yeah, it don't look right, because we know how y'all do. So when y'all leave an experience with us, we want y'all to be like, yeah, go do Black Bougie and Bout, man. I went over there. We had a great conversation. It was great energy, great space. We da-da-da. Like, that's what we want. We like every time people interact with us, we want it to be a positive interaction when you leave with us. Even if we might be talking about something hard, like the young lady who emailed us the TikTok. Like, we never want it to be a bad interaction regardless. So, yeah, we're working on that. Hopefully, maybe, this summertime we'll be able to, throw some interviews and some sit down chit chats and invite some people because we already got people who've been on the show who are already like, bring me back. I want to be on the show. Bring me back. I got stuff to say. So we're excited for that. Like, we're continuously working on things. As y'all saw, we did the gala. We might be doing something else coming up. So yeah, we're just excited. We appreciate y'all so much. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Go ahead and start at me, Nicky, boy, and wood, so why you twerk?